did purchase a souvenir while out here in the Pueblo, and there we go, citation. Yesterday I got a ticket for speeding, so please obey the rules of the road. Don't get careless. So this just dropped me $90. Hey, what's up guys? James from Junkyard Fox here. Okay, so we got to our campsite. We are in a campsite called San Antonio Campground in the Jemez Springs area in New Mexico. And that's somewhat of an accident how we ended up here. I've never been here before. We ended up just going somewhere random. And pretty nice little spot. Lots of pine, lots of red rocks as you saw earlier in the footage, lots of streams. So we're gonna be here for 3 days. And we're going to just relax, and at the same time we're going to be trying to knock out a couple of reviews because I'm a little bit behind on some reviews, and I just want to get the reviews over with so we can start doing the fun stuff, the catch and cooks and all that. So we're going to just start setting up our tents. Right where our camp has been set up, that right there is Cuervo's tent, and this one is mine. Now let's go ahead and give you guys the rundown for the rest of our stuff. Now there's Cuervo himself enjoying himself a cold one. And then for my brother Leo from the Irish Zombie Nation channel, I did bring me some booze. Now this is all they had available at the Walmart, so we got it, but that'll do. So we're gonna be busting some IZN, Irish Zombie Nation shenanigans later and be sipping on this right beside the fire. Now, of course, we have ourselves some snacks, and then from there, we have some gear that we're going to be testing out while we're out here. We're going to be here for 3 days, so one of the items being tested here is the Liberty Lifesaver water bottle. Now, this thing is $100, but it has a built-in water filter, so you can use this as a water bottle, just getting water from a stream or a river. And that'll clean it for you. It also doubles as a water pump, so it cleans the water if you want to, transfer that water into a larger jug or some kind of larger container. So we're going to be taking a look at that. We're also taking a look at this, the OutXC power bank. Now this thing is a beast. I've had this for about 3 months, and it does take a while to charge fully, but once it does, it'll last you days. So we're going to be testing out, charging our phone, our lantern, flashlights, all that stuff with this bad boy. And then over here, we have ourselves the Yuko flat pack grill. Of course, it's put away right now, but later on you're going to see it. We're going to be testing it out all throughout the duration of this trip. Now, of course, we have some more booze, and then some food, of course, breakfast stuff, more stuff, more beer. And then a pack that I don't really show often is this large hidden Woodsman pack. Now this thing is a beast. They can hold so much, and it's carrying all our cooking utensils. As I said, we like cooking when we're out here, so I have my cast iron pans in there, my pots for boiling water, making coffee, all kinds of stuff, our utensils, and even probably some more snacks as well, our spices. So yeah, oh yeah, you can never go wrong with ramen. Of course, more hidden Woodsman As always, my Yuko lantern, which has become one of my absolute favorite camping items. Alright, so now we're just going to explore the immediate area before we start making our dinner. And yeah, just there's lots of trees, lots of little streams, not even that far from us. And yeah, so these next 3 days we're just going to relax. Nothing too crazy, nothing too strenuous. Life is strenuous enough as it is. So we're just going to eat some really good grub, play around with some really cool gear, and relax. So let us find... Where's that stream? It's over here, right? Getting closer to the stream, I did run into this plant. Now, honestly, guys, I don't have a lot of experience with woodland plants. You know, I live in the desert. I specialize in desert plants because I'm around them almost daily. But I do want to say that this is mullein or plantain, perhaps. I know it has to be one of those in those families. Once again, I'm not too certain. I'm about 8 hours away from home, but it does appear to be mullein. The leaves are very fuzzy, very soft. And if it is mullein, there's a lot of uses to this plant. Obviously, the most famous one is, you know, it could be used as toilet paper. If you didn't happen to have any while you're out here and, you know, you got to go. Which, you know, I would take something like this better than anything I have in the desert because this is far softer. But yeah, I want to say that's mullein. Once again, guys, I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 80% sure. But, you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. So let's go get that stream. So it's about time to break out this little grill. Just to, because I'm still testing it. I'm still trying to make sure that it's good, and it's really dirty. Obviously, it's a lot cleaner if you take care of it, but I've been using it a lot. But it's very easy to use. Bam, ready to go. Put a little bit of some tinder bundle in there. Some of these pine needles for now, just small things to get it going. Small sticks. And just light it up. And for today on the menu, we're going to have some steaks, some seasoned steaks, also some buttered sauté mushrooms, and some roasted green chili to accompany our steak. So, yeah, I can't wait. We've been eating just chips throughout the whole journey, you know, just road food. So, I think we're overdue for a good, decent little meal. But a little preview here. I really enjoy this little grill. It's just really awesome. Oh, we're getting a nice bed of coals for our steaks, but we took advantage of those flames to roast up our green chilies to peel. We are in New Mexico, so it's only appropriate to use some roasted green chilies on our steak. And then up here, we are having some mushrooms, just mixed with some butter there for our steaks, because we're gonna dine like kings. But check out this little grill. It's really awesome. It works really good. So we're about to get these bad boys out of here and start putting in our steaks. And then it's time to grub out. All right, so we already removed and peeled our green chili. And we removed our mushrooms. So these are ready to go, nice and hot. And then, of course, our steaks. All right, so the sun is setting and my meal is ready. So we have a steak, we have green chili and mushrooms. Old Cuervo over there, he's doing his as well. So we're gonna dine like kings after 8 hours of driving and just eating chips and beef jerky. So yeah, there's his. Oh yeah. And a green chili. Hot damn. And of course, we got ourselves some Coors Gold. Where's yours? Where's your booze? All right. Well, it's chow time. All right, folks, so we already ate our dinner. The sun is setting, and it's getting pretty cold up here. We are high in the mountains, and we're desert folks, so we get pretty cold quickly. We got our fire going, and if you notice, check that out. Those pine cones, and I think a lot of people forget that pine cones are an excellent source of fuel for your fire, and they forget to, you know, when they're gathering firewood, twigs and all that stuff, they forget about these. So, you know, if you find yourself with some pine cones, you end up finding some. They make an excellent source. I learned that from Ray Mears, like when I was first getting into this stuff. Anyways, as we're passing the time, everybody knows my EDC. So a lot of people ask, you know, what's Cuervo's EDC? So Cuervo's gonna show us his EDC pocket dump. All right, Cuervo. So what are you carrying with you in this trip? All right, so first things first is a bandana. Of course, a bandana has 1,000 uses, from hygiene to, you know, a filter for water if you're getting water from a stream, or, you know, for first aid. So the first one is the Junkyard Fox Bandana. It's the other way around, but you get the point. So yeah, the Junkyard Fox Bandana, which is larger than the average bandana, and we will be making a second run pretty soon, probably with the dark color blue. I'm an idiot, and I recently lost mine. So yeah, that really was the catalyst for me to be like, hey, we need to make another run, because I feel really bad that I lost mine. But Junkyard Fox Bandana. Okay, what else you got? Nice. That is the Victorinox Trekker, a staple in the Junkyard Fox crew. The Victorinox Trekker, if you have not seen our review on this knife, I highly recommend it. I mean, not to pat our own backs here, but I think this is one of the best reviews we've ever made. I mean, we used it from everything from home to my job to, you know, using it for gutting some trout and making some lunch out there in the woods. And this knife is, of course, your cutting tool, and at the same time, it's your multi-tool. So you have your blade, but you have a saw, 2 types of screwdrivers, an awl, bottle opener, can opener, tweezers, and toothpick. And I believe that's about it. I think that's it. But anyways, really good little blade. I love it. Cuervo loves them. All right, what else you got? A Zippo. Now the Zippo, of course, your source of ignition. So you got your cutting tool, and you have your source of ignition, and the Zippo is an American classic. So nice. Oh, the cutting tool, the fixed blade, and that is the 2 Arrow Knives Canyon. If you guys have not seen our review of this blade, we just reviewed it last week. Awesome little workhorse, very handsome, by the way. I really like that blade. And we used it, we hunted some doves, and then we chopped up some veggies, made a fire with it, and we made some dove kebabs, and they were delicious. And I really love this blade. It's such an awesome little knife. And just one thing I forgot to mention in that review, for those wondering, is it is a short blade. So let me get the Mora Companion so you guys can see the difference, since most of us already have a Companion. But it is a pretty short blade, not to take anything away from that knife, but just for those wondering, you know, it's a pretty compact little blade. The Companion beats it just by a little bit, maybe like 1/4 inch. But yeah, it's a short little blade, but of course 1/8 inch thick. Tough little workhorse, and yeah, absolutely beautiful blade. Okay. All right, so container. Now this is Cuervos Thermos. So of course, Thermos is going to keep your cold drink cool and your hot drink hot. So, you know, using it for coffee in the mornings, going to work, and then, you know, it's summertime, so you want to cool off driving home. Little Thermos. And this one, what I like about yours, Cuervo, is I like that little design. It's like a little Bowie knife mixed, and then there's also a little rose, and that really reminds me of Stephen King's novels, The Dark Tower. If you have not read those novels, they're crazy, but they're really awesome and really cool. Little saying back there, life is rough, so you gotta be tough. Johnny Cash, the Man in Black. So here we go. So we have container, cutting tool, combustion. All right, and candling device. So flashlight. This is what the WowTac A1. I've reviewed this one as well. Really nice budget-friendly light. It goes for about 25 bucks, and it is USB rechargeable. And that's something when it comes to electronics, I'm really leaning towards USB rechargeable. I'm sure Cuervo is as well. Because, you know, I mean, for those of you who have electricity in your homes, which is about 99% of us, you know, you just charge it up and it saves you money in the long run from batteries. Even out here that we're camping, we have a portable power bank. We also have our truck that we could just charge these things and they save us some money. So really awesome flashlight, sturdy, and once again, budget friendly. So got yourself the flashlight. Okay, the tobacco pouch. Okay, so Cuervo is a smoker, as am I. Both of us, we go through these phases where we quit for like a year or something, but we end up always coming back. Kids, any kids watching, don't follow in our footsteps. We're bad people. But rolling tobacco there. So tobacco. I know you also have your cigarettes in there as well. There we go. So if you don't have the time or the patience to roll your own cigarette, you already have them ready to go. And this little, you know, it's like a little mini haversack. Just goes around your shoulder. Reminds me of Predator. I don't know if anyone who's seen Predator 2, the city hunter. He has a little shoulder bag too. Who knows what he carries in it? But, yeah. So, you know, for enjoyment, tobacco. Very Wild West. Oh, the hat as well. Now, that's a big difference between Cuervo and I, is that he enjoys wearing hats. I do not. I don't like the feeling of them. I don't like the confinement of them. I don't even wear t-shirts because of that feeling. I wear them as a, you know, utilitarian. They make sense to use them. But, you know, Cuervo does enjoy his hats. And so this is a hat, just a little hat, you know, for getting outside. What feather is this?
Rooster.
It's a rooster. Okay, Gallus domesticus, which is the modern domesticated chicken. A marvel of evolution for those wondering. And the brand is Goodfellow. Awesome. Now, Goodfellow is a company, a fairly new company, sold at Target. And they sell some really nice clothes, guys. I mean, some really nice clothes. Very gentlemanly, but at the same time, very masculine. So, in fact, the shirt that I'm wearing in this video right now is Goodfellow. I recently also bought a blazer. Also bought some shoes. So really nice clothing. You know, not too expensive, but they're quality and they're very handsome as well. So, Cuervo got that Goodfellow hat. What else you got?
Hairband.
Oh, hairband. Of course, now, you know, Cuervo, he's a wild soul. He's a real wild bill. So he's got long hair. And of course, you know, hair's going to get in the way if it's a windy day or something. And it also doubles for other uses as well. So his companion that he carries on his haversack, it helps with retention. Boom. So multi-use right there. And of course, the companion is a staple in bushcrafting and outdoors. You can never go wrong with Moras. Yeah, I mean, I sound like a cliche, but really, you can never go wrong with Moras. And I noticed one more thing, Cuervo. Everyday carry when you're camping. Coors Banquet, the gold stuff. I too carry that. Cheers, brother. So Cuervo's EDC right here. Now this site right here never gets old. You know, just a campfire, whether you're cooking or keeping warm or just, you know, having a good time. I mean, I am absolutely baffled when I hear people saying that they've never been camping or that they just do the bonfire once a year when they're just having some beers or something. That's crazy. For me, I can't go more than 2 weeks without a fire. There's something soothing about it, and very humbling. And you know, I can go. I'm sure most of you guys can agree with that. Most of you guys that are outdoorsmen, but there's something more so comforting about a fire. Oh yeah, as Dave Canterbury would call it, caveman TV, and that's true. You know, you could just stare at it, you know, and just relax. Just the sounds, that crackling. And this officially makes it my 3rd or 4th birthday where, you know, I spend that evening with a fire, you know, and it's very humbling, and it's very just, it's very beautiful, for lack of a better word, but lack of a better term, but it is very beautiful.